It's just a little update. This is the garter snake I decided to keep from the clutch that was hatched about 3 weeks ago, maybe. It was more than that. It's probably been like 4 months. I mean, not 4 months, 4 weeks at this point. But yeah, here's the baby. He's still doing very well. He's eating pretty well. It took him. He didn't eat for the first week I had him, but um, I just put little small slugs in there, and they would disappear. I wasn't sure if he was eating or not, but I made sure he was eating yesterday. I offered him a small worm and he ate it right away. So I know he's eating now, which is great. But yeah, he's really cool. He's already starting to have a little bit of blue on the sides. When he was eating, I saw some blue in between his scales as his body was stretching, and it looked really cool. So he's really cool. Like his spots are nice and defined. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to keep him over the others because of his nice defined spots. So he's really cool. I like him a lot. I actually don't know if it's a boy or girl yet. Um, there's a pretty easy way of telling if they're a boy or girl once they're sexually mature, which I'll show a video of when that time comes, but it's probably going to be a little while. So I haven't given it a name yet. I just call it he, even though I actually don't know if it's a boy or girl. But yeah, so that's good news. Very cool snake. I love garter snakes. They're very underrated in the United States. I know in Europe they're looked upon a lot more respectfully, and they get the credit they deserve over there. But in the United States, they just don't. And I think that's absurd. I think that's an absolute shame. I think that reason is because they're so widespread in the U.S. and they're so commonly found. But there's a reason for that. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, they're so adaptable to different types of environments, and they're very active and very inquisitive snakes. And just because they're around a lot of the time in a lot of the places us Americans live in doesn't mean that they're any less valuable. There's a reason why they're so widespread. Very adaptable animals. They live in all kinds of different types of environments. And there's so many different species and subspecies too. I just don't know how people don't think that's interesting. This one is a Thamnophis sertalis, or common or eastern garter snake. But there's all kinds of sweet subspecies. There's Thamnophis sertalis infernalis, which is an awesome example, which is a red-sided garter snake, I believe. And they have these really awesome red streaks down their sides, and they're just such colorful animals. I mean, you'd think people that like ball pythons for their colors would love garter snakes, just to like change things up a little bit. But I guess not. At least not as far as Americans go. I really don't see too many people interested in garter snakes uh, in the United States. But I think that's a shame. But it's good to see on the other side of the pond in Europe, they're seen as a really cool animal. But yeah, this is all the eastern garter snakes I'm gonna have. But I do plan on getting some checker garter snakes. I do plan on getting some red-sided garter snakes, things like that. They're also found out really strictly regulated in a lot of areas. PA thankfully isn't so strict about uh, these guys, but I know up in Canada in a lot of areas, certain localities of garter snakes are really, really, you know, restricted on what you can have and stuff. So that's a shame, but I can understand why. These guys are really cool. This guy's he's adorable. He's pretty sweet. Um, on a little bit of a darker note, unfortunately, my Tegu fire skink Ziggy. Unfortunately, I didn't have a video of him. I had a picture of him as my profile picture for a long time. He passed away yesterday, which is uh, really upsetting for me actually, because that was my favorite lizard. I'm really into skinks as well, and It was a shame that he passed away. He got very, very sick out of nowhere. Um, I tried looking up his symptoms and I wasn't really getting anything. He was having like convulsions and he wouldn't eat, very lethargic. Um, Looked like he had like trouble breathing, like delayed breathing sometimes. And I checked my temperatures, I checked my humidity, and everything was perfect. It never gave him anything that could have possibly harmed him as far as like food or anything in his cage goes. But I looked it up, and sometimes convulsions are genetic in skinks. I guess that's all I could find, but I'm not sure if that was it or not. So unfortunately, he's gone, which is really sad for me because that was my favorite lizard. But it was nice to see this guy eat yesterday. It cheered me up a little bit. And my rescued garter snake, I'm not garter snakes, my rescued corn snakes that I had, that I rescued, they finally ate yesterday as well. Like I said, they were eating live with their previous owner. I got one frozen, and they finally ate. And if you see my other videos, you know how much of an ordeal that was with the egg-bound female who was egg-bound when I got her because the person didn't separate them like they should have, and yeah. But that's a whole nother story. All right, so that's that, and thanks for watching. I'll have more updates on this little guy as he grows up.